This is Ryan Widger and Jim Rosa with the New Jersey Sports Report. We're here with Rumson Fairhaven head coach Bryan Batchler. Coach, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for coming and checking out our practice. We appreciate it.
Great, Coach. You're returning a lot of starters on both sides of the ball, coming off a state championship last year. How's the off-season program been going? How have you guys been getting ready for camp?
Sure, I'd love for you guys to come in and take a look at our fitness center. I guess a couple of years ago, 2013, before the season, we put about $60,000 into the facility. We have a strength coach, Rob Orrock, that does an unbelievable job in there. He's actually training Randy Foye right now. He's an NBA basketball player, but it's one of those things where the kids are committed year-round to the weight program, and you can see, we have O'Connor, the quarterback, put on 15 pounds of muscle. Rowayne, the sophomore, going to be a junior, added from 195 up to 215, so I think the kid's squatting over 500 pounds, and everybody saw Charlie Volker win the 100 last year, and that didn't happen just because he was fast. It happened because he was strong. So commitment to the weight room, and we've gotten stronger across the board.
You talked about Michael O'Connor putting on 15 pounds of muscle. He was phenomenal for you guys last year as a sophomore. What does he look like going into camp this year, and what are your expectations for him when the season starts?
Sure, we have very high expectations for Michael. It's the first time in my 3 years as head coach that we've actually returned our quarterback. We've had a new starter every year. And, Michael's got a lot of experience. He ran the ball 125 times last year for almost 1,000 yards. I think he had 13 touchdowns rushing, threw for another 5 or 6. He was a state championship quarterback, winning quarterback. And, he's had a tremendous offseason, not only in the weight room, but going to camps and making himself a 1A football prospect. So we think he's just really educated himself as a quarterback. He's committed himself to watching film and meeting with coaches and learning. So we're really impressed by Michael and his leadership.
Now, Charlie Volker was one of the best running backs in the Shore for the past 2 years. Who do you see really stepping up to fill that void going into this season and carry the load for you guys?
Sure. Well, first of all, you can't replace Charlie Volker. He's the best running back in school history. Just an unbelievable leader, an unbelievable player. Ran for over 300 yards multiple times, 45 touchdowns in his career, including 42 the last 2 years. I think not being able to replace him, I think you're not trying to replace him. We're changing our offense around a little bit. We always focused around our best player, and, we're moving from the eye to the shotgun, and we're, running some zone read and power read, to make people defend more than just Michael O'Connor. That really proved last year. He's ready to step up and meet the challenge. Pomfrey are also, quality people at running back. I expect us to throw the ball better. We have a 6'6" target in Elijah McAllister. We have a 6'4" target in Tyler Pearson. And John Kingdon's had an unbelievable offseason as a senior rising up, and we're very confident in our wide receiving core.
Now, Coach, talk to me about some of your leaders on defense. I know you're returning some starters there, especially at the linebacker position, that have been really huge for you guys over the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't say enough good things about Max Frang, senior captain for us, 3-year starter. Just an unbelievable job the last 2 years. He has 150 tackles the last 2 years combined. He was hurt in the preseason last year when we really struggled. He missed the Matawan game, and he was still in preseason form against Monmouth and St. John Vianney. But he's still 215 pounds, but he really has, trimmed his body down. He runs better, and he's just killing people. In camp, we're trying to protect our own people. But he's doing a really, really nice job. And then the sophomore, now junior, leadership of Michael Rowayne has been tremendous as well. Mike had 102 tackles last year and, put on 20 pounds. And now he's, squatted over 500 pounds, deadlift over 500 pounds. So just really, really strong kid. And, he's somebody who, is going to be a scholarship kid for sure. So we're just really, really impressed by the way that they lead and the way that the senior and junior get along. It goes a long way. There's a lot of leaders out. I got another captain, Michael Caruso, out there on defensive corner, and just a lot of unselfish players, kids that are going to play at the next level, but kids that are focused on this high school year and trying to be the best team in school history. And there's a lot of great teams in front of them. We had the 2002 team back in the day that I wasn't here for. That was fantastic. The 2007 team to go to the final. The 2010 team to win it. Upset that great Matawan team, and then 11 was really good until we lost the final, and 13 was right now the best team in school history because 11-1, and best record in school history. So we'll see. Last year's team was very good too, but this team, that's the great thing here. The bar's set high, and everybody wants to try to not one up them in a bad way, but just keep competing, and that we value all those guys that got us here along the way. So appreciate it.
Coach, can you talk about just like the mental set of being here in camp as opposed to heading into the regular season? Are there things specifically that you try to, focus on here or try to get your kids, especially the young guys, ready for the regular season?
Yeah, sure. This is a learning process. This is the toughest week in my mind for me. I'm not a big practice guy from the standpoint of I don't mind practicing and game planning. I love the game planning. I love that. But it's hard when you're just practicing against yourself. The first two or 3 days, you're so excited. You're like, wow, let's see this kid hit, or let's see, how this kid lines up, or, by now we already know who's going to play. I mean, it doesn't take you long. You've been doing this is my 13th year. It's 11th year here. I got guys that have been here for, been coaching for 40 years.
Yeah.
They can, once you see that, we film practice every day. We're filming it now, and it's one of those things where you watch the films and you sit there and go, okay, that kid can help us. That kid can help us. That kid's not going to quite be able to help us. So I think we try to create an atmosphere of, like yesterday we did a period where we did overtime challenge, and then today we did yesterday the day before we did one where we did third down and fourth down challenge. So it's really, really good. Where we're able to compete with ourselves with the platoon system, and it gets the young kids a lot of learning as far as how to get better and win. Okay.
And now, looking forward ahead to your scrimmage season, what team do you think presents the biggest challenge, and what team can you learn from in that schedule?
Sure. We have a brutal scrimmage schedule. We have Roxbury, Bridgewater, and Sayreville in the quad. That'll be a great one. It's been good for us the last couple of years. I know Roxbury's very good. And then we got Mid-South, who could come in one in the shore here on a Friday, next Friday. They kicked our ass last year, and we certainly want to at least send a message to the Shore Conference that we're up to that challenge and able to play with the best. We play Carteret later. Carteret's always a great team, and then we play Oakcrest. So we're focused on Matawan, but those teams will help to get us ready. All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.